the outreach activities, the initiatives taken by the Muruganath Port Authority with regards to the India Maritime Week, and what are our future plans, and how we are going to participate in the event. So I thank on behalf of Muruganath Port Authority all the press members for attending this press conference. Thank you very much. Today we have on board our Honorable Chairman, Deputy Chairman, and PIB Director. So our Chairman is Dr. Vinod Kumar. He is the IOPS, and followed by Deputy Chairman is the Mr. Vinayak Raoji, and Nana Mishram, and Nana Mishram is the Director of PIB. You all know very well. And so now I put forward this mic to yeah. So I request first Mr. Nana to say a few words to the press. Followed by.
May not be on.
No.
गुड मॉर्निंग। प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस शुरू करने से पहले हमारे राज्य के कृषि मंत्री श्री रवि नाइक जी का कल मध्य रात्रि में देहावसान हुआ है। ये हमारा आज का इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस का शुरू करने से पहले हम 2 मिनट सभी लोग खड़ा होकर उनके लिए श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करेंगे। श्री रवि नाइक जी जो राज्य के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री रह चुके हैं तथा उप मुख्यमंत्री भी उन्होंने इस राज्य का कार्यभार संभाला है। कृषि मंत्री आज के मंत्रिमंडल में कृषि मंत्री थे। उनका निधन गोवा राज्य के लिए बड़ी क्षति है। आज हम सब उपस्थित उनकी इस दुखद घड़ी में सब लोग अपनी अपनी संवेदना प्रकट करते हैं और आज की इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की हम शुरुआत करते हैं। आज की इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आप सभी मीडिया कर्मी, सारे सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट, एडिटर्स का मैं प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो की तरफ से, पत्र सूचना कार्यालय की तरफ से तथा मुरगांव पत्तन प्राधिकरण द्वारा बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं, आभार प्रकट करता हूं। भारत सरकार के शिपिंग कॉरपोरेशन की तरफ से हर वर्ष मैरीटाइम वीक मनाया जाता है। संपूर्ण देश में इसका आयोजन होता है। हमारे गोवा राज्य में भी मुरगांव पत्तन प्राधिकरण इस वीक को सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है। उसी विषय में जानकारी माध्यम कर्मियों को देने के लिए और आपके माध्यम से गोवा राज्य के जनता तक यह मैसेज, यह संदेश देने के लिए आज की इस प्रेस वार्ता का आयोजन किया गया है। मैं माननीय अध्यक्ष सर डॉक्टर एन विनोद कुमार जी से अनुरोध करूंगा कि वो आज की इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में आप सभी संवाददाताओं के साथ, मीडिया कर्मियों के साथ संवाद साधें।
just a bit interruption, sir. So first I would request our Deputy Chairman to say a few words, followed by our Chairman. Thank you very much. And after that we will be having question and answer sessions. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome all the media friends for this press briefing. Maritime sector plays a very important role in the economic growth as well as development of any country. Maritime sector includes ports, shipping, shipbuilding, ship repairs, blue economy, and so on. India's vision to become a developed nation by Amrit Kal, that is 2047, need all-round development. Maritime sector plays a very important role. It is one of the growth driver for the economy. It contributes substantially to the nation's economy. India, we have a vast coastline of about 11,000 kilometers. We are strategically located in the main sea route, and we have a huge young manpower in the country. This makes us a potential area for growth development. Recently, one of the PSU in India has received an order from a major container line for constructing container vessels. This is first of its kind in India. A foreign company giving order on an Indian shipbuilding company to construct the container vessels. This shows our testimony to India's development in maritime sector. Over a period of time, we have increased the port capacities, we have improved the inland waterways, and this is how the India is growing now under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister. In order to develop this sector by way of investments, deliberate on the policy issues, and showcase our opportunities available to the global industry leaders, experts, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways is organizing a 5-day event called India Maritime Week 2025 in Mumbai from 27th of October to 31st October. Several global leaders, industry experts, speakers will participate in this event. Lot of discussions, deliberations is going to happen. The India Maritime Week has multiple sessions which is focused for sustainable development of the sector. So this is fourth event what is happening now this year. It has already 3 events have happened. This is a mega event. To give more details about the event, I request our chairman, Dr. N. Vinod Kumar, to give the more details. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. And firstly, I think I would like to thank Mr. Nana Meshram and his PIB team, and all of you for coming, taking time and coming out here for this event. So this is basically we wanted to highlight the India Maritime Week. I'm sure that many of you will have questions other than India Maritime Week. So my request would be let us focus on India Maritime Week event during this session. But then I can't stop you from asking questions. You can ask any number of questions. But then my request would be to kind of please give a focus news about the India Maritime Week tomorrow, because yesterday there was a major press conference by our Honorable Minister, Mr. Sonowalji, along with the Chief Minister of Maharashtra in Mumbai, where he wanted to highlight the India Maritime Week, and he has also asked all the ports, major ports like Goa, to focus on this, because the time now is limited, because it will start from 27th already. The arrangements are in full swing. So in order to give an overview of that, I have a small presentation, but I think you have a copy of the presentation. In order to, I think, make the presentation, I don't know whether I'll be blocking your view. Can you see the presentation? Okay. But I can't see, that is a problem. So I think I'll move that side. Next. So basically it is an overview of the India maritime sector. Whatever changes has happened during the last 10 years, it is helping the ports ministry, that is Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways, to kind of surge ahead. You can say surging ahead like that ship in the previous template. So when you come to the overview, all of you may be knowing that there are 12 major ports in the country. These 12 major ports are under the central government. One of the major ports being our NPA. There are 200 around 220 non-major ports. All these non-major ports are not carrying cargo. Probably around 40 of them are handling cargo. So together, these major ports and the non-major ports. Non-major ports means these are the ports which are smaller and then coming under the state government. For example, Goa also has Panji and one or two other non-major ports. So these major ports and the non-major ports together has a capacity of 2,762 million tons per annum capacity. 2,762 million metric ton per annum. But what we are handling, last year we handled 1,594 million metric ton. That was the total traffic handled by all the ports together. And 165 million ton was coastal cargo. Coastal cargo means it is not the EXIM cargo, not the export-import cargo. The cargo moving from port to port in the country, in India. So when you come to another aspect is the lighthouses. We know that the lighthouses were the guardians of the sea earlier. And now because of the communication and navigation technologies, the use of lighthouses is limited. But the ministry is on a full swing to convert these lighthouses into tourist spots. So already 75 lighthouses have been converted in the country, in 10 states, into tourist locations, having an amphitheater or a cafe, etc. So there's a possibility that the lighthouses in Goa also can be kind of developed for tourism. So over 18 lakh tourist footfalls last year. So there was a surge in the tourist footfalls to these lighthouses also. When we come to shipbuilding, there are 62 shipbuilding yards in the country. Some are the major ones, some are very small, minor ones, having a 16 million GRT ship carrying capacity. GRT is the gross registered tonnage. You can say it as the internal volume of the ships. So the 16 million GRT ship carrying capacity, 3.2 plus lakh seafarers. And Goa, as you know, also has a substantial number of seafarers, both crew and officers. 33% of global recycling volumes. Recycling in the sense that ship breaking and ship recycling. So India, especially South Asia, is very far ahead in ship breaking and ship recycling activities. So there are 111 national waterways, and out of which 29 are operational. So cargo movement through the waterways. As we know, when more and more cargo moves through the waterways, there is less carbon emission also. It is environment friendly, but we are not fully utilizing the national waterways. So slowly the national waterways will be kind of developed, and there is a move to use the national waterways for more movement of cargo. But we have already seen a jump in the cargo handling in the national waterways. Next. So this is quickly some figures. If you can see in the bracket, you can see what was the position in 2015 and how we have moved forward in 10 years. There was no Indian port in the top 30 in 2015, but as per the 2023 report of the Container Port Performance Index, there are two ports, Visakhapatnam Port and Mundra Port, in the top 30. If you look at the turnaround time, that is STAT, JNPA ranked among the top ports with 0.9 days turnaround time. Turnaround time is the vessel comes to the port, all the loading, unloading is done, and then it leaves, So the time between the arrival of the vessel in the berth, its entire activity, loading, unloading, etc., and going back, 0.9 days. If you look at the trained manpower, the manpower has increased from 1.2 lakh to 3.2 lakh. Even the rank in the global ship recycling, we are second today. Which country is first? Is Bangladesh is the number one country, which is in the top in ship recycling. They are controlling around 40% of the market, while we are controlling around 30% of the market. But then there is we are surging ahead from third rank to second, and in the coming years we want to kind of overtake Bangladesh also in the ship recycling industry. When we look at shipbuilding, the government is taking a lot of measures now to promote shipbuilding. Just now Vinayak was also mentioning. So from 23rd rank in 2016, we have come to 16, and a lot of policy measures are being taken to promote shipbuilding activities. And the World Competitiveness Index, we improved from 71st to 41st. Global seaborne trade, we are fourth. When you consider the seaborne trade, entire global trade, we are fourth in the world. When you look at rank in liner shipping connectivity index, that is shipping lines connected to our ports, we are 14th. We improved our rank from 30th to 14th. And rank in the logistics performance index, 54th to 38th. And we are second in the world when you consider ports handling capacity. Next. So there is a 93% increase in major port capacity. It was earlier 873 million metric ton. Today it is 1,681 million metric ton. That is only major ports. That is the 12 major ports. There is increase in cargo, 89 million ton to 146 million ton. Cargo is today moving through the waterways. If you look at the increase in seafarers, 1.27 lakh to 3.2 lakh. More and more training institutes, a focus on the training, etc. Increase in value of PPP projects, you can see 23,000 crore to today it is 48,000 crore. And there is tremendous jump in the wind and solar power capacity at major ports. You are also aware that MPA also had installed a 3 megawatt solar power plant. So every port is coming up with major, solar power plants and wind generating plants. There is an increase in ship carrying capacity, 11,000 GRT to 14,000 GRT. There is increase in lighthouse tourism footfall, as I earlier said, 11.9 lakh to 18.7 lakh. Next. So these are the reforms brought by the maritime sector by the ministry. I'm not going into the details. Some of the programs, for example, Sagarmala, you all know about the Sagarmala program, the port-led development, a lot of investment happening through the Sagarmala program. Digitization of operational processes. NLP is a national logistics portal. It's a single maritime window which is developed by the ministry. So the NLP, that is National Logistics Portal, allows a single window for all the stakeholders to do trade with the port. ONOP is the one nation, one port process. That is, today the entire processes and documentation in the major ports have been standardized. Earlier, it was if you go to Mumbai, they will ask for a particular set of documents. If you go to Goa, they will ask for another set of documents. So today, all the ports are using standardized documentations so that there is no confusion when you go from port to port. Everybody knows that this is the set of documents you have to submit. So there is a Jal Marg Vikas project. There is Harit Sagar. You are already aware of the Green Port guidelines. And there are several steps taken in the investment as investment facilitation, including the latest is the Maritime Development Fund. So shipbuilding financial assistance, Maritime Development Fund. And these number of acts have been recently enacted in the Parliament also. So recently the bills enacted by the Parliament are the Merchant Shipping Act, Coastal Shipping Act. These were of I think very old, 80, 100 years old acts have been recast and enacted by the Parliament. Next. So what are we looking at the next decade is to increase the port capacity 4 times. Then major thing is the usage of clean energy fuels, hydrogen and alternate fuel hubs in the ports. To be a cruise leader in the Asia Pacific, at least in the Asia Pacific, to be a cruise leader. Then, we have to take steps to become one of the top nations in shipbuilding. We were once, but today we are at the 16th. We have to kind of improve our performance and be among the top nations in shipbuilding. Global leader in ship recycling. Today we are second. We are doing very well, but then we have to be the number 1 in shipbuilding, ship recycling also. 12% model share. So the vision is to create a 5,000 kilometer regional waterway. If we have a 5,000 kilometer regional waterway, what will happen is, tremendous movement of kind of cargo. So today, whatever is moving to the road and rail network, at least 12% of that share should come through the waterways. Today, I think it is around 2%. So at least 12% of the share of the transportation should come to the waterways. Next. So while coming to the India Maritime Week in particular, next. So I think Vinayak has already told about this. This is the 4th event since 2016. So 2016 was the first event, which was the Maritime India Summit 2016, where Sagarmala was launched. 2021 was an online affair because of the pandemic. But then you can see the number of delegates increasing from 5,000 to 29,000, and also the MOU signed from 140 to 350, and in 2021 even 475. So these were the 3 events earlier to 2023. Next. Now this is the event which we are talking about. It is going to be the largest maritime event, where from the 2016 already we have seen this much growth. If you see the last figures, 83,000 crore investment value in 2016, increasing to 8 lakh crore investment value in 2023. Next. So this is the event which is going to happen in Mumbai from 27th to 31st, the full week, the India Maritime Week, at Bombay Exhibition Center, Goregaon, Mumbai. And so far the response is really good. We will be having more than 100 countries represented in the event. There are 200, yesterday I was told 273 international speakers for 150 sessions. So there will be almost 10 plus concurrent events. I'll come to that. The target given is a 10 lakh crore investment opportunity. So at least all the companies or the stakeholders who are coming will be signing MOUs worth 10 lakh crores. There will be more than 500 exhibitors and around 1 lakh delegates. So theme is Uniting Oceans, One Maritime Vision. So 100 nations, one ocean, because it's a global trade, so the single ocean for all the 100 nations. Next. So these are the concurrent events happening. So far in the earlier 3 events, what we had was the Global Maritime India Summit. But in this particular event, we are going to have Sagar Manthan, the Great Oceans Dialogue. There's a CEO forum where Honorable Prime Minister will interact with the CEOs. Sagar Ratna Awards, so Ports of the Future Conference, Women in Maritime. So India Maritime Heritage. There's a Maritime Digitalization and Future Tech Summit. So these 10 concurrent events will happen in the event. Next. So we'll have government to business and business to business meetings, country sessions, policy and thematic sessions. We'll be having coastal state specific sessions. I'm happy to say that Goa will be having a specific Goa state session. Goa has already informed and approved that proposal, and we have also invited the Honorable CM for the event. Let's see. So the Goa state specific session will most probably on the 27th, that is on the inaugural day. So joint working group sessions, policy and thematic sessions, etc. So this is the date which you have to remember, 27th to 31st October. Yeah. So that's it. So this is about the event, and I would also like to inform you that the MPA will be signing MOUs. Please. So I would like to also inform that MPA will be signing MOUs, around 24 MOUs, worth around 300 crores during the event. We have already signed around 20 MOUs, and the remaining are in pipeline. There are 2-3 more MOUs which are being discussed in the background, so unfortunately it's not finalized, so I cannot reveal that. But as of now, around 3,000 crore MOU has been signed by MPA. So this will be on behalf of Goa. It will be signed either during the Goa state session or during one of the other sessions, will be decided by the ministry. So
Clarify the number, whether it's 300 or 3,000 crore.
3,000. Yes.
Yeah, gentlemen, before we move to the question and answer session, I would request.
Yeah, you can open. That is it. You can open it.
We can have a look on the video presentation. It's a 5-minute teaser of the India Maritime Week. Afterwards, we will be taking the questions. Thank you very much.
That you can show here itself.
Global trade moves on the seas, and India stands at the heart of it. The Global Maritime India Summit is where the world's maritime future takes shape. As the flagship summit of India Maritime Week 2025, GMIS brings together heads of state, ministers, CEOs, investors, and innovators from across the globe. Here, policy meets progress. Discussions on sustainable shipping, port-led growth, financing the future, and digital transformation will set the agenda for the decade ahead. Happening in Mumbai from 27th to 31st October, the Global Maritime India Summit is not just an event, it's a platform of partnerships, investment, and global leadership. Join us to shape the course of world trade and innovation. GMIS 2025, where India and the world sail forward together.
की मैरीटाइम कैपेबिलिटी मजबूत रही है, देश और दुनिया को इससे बहुत लाभ हुआ। बीते 9-10 वर्षों से हम इस सेक्टर को सशक्त करने के लिए योजनाबद्ध तरीके से काम कर रहे हैं।
A विकसित भारत, an Atmanirbhar Bharat, a $30 trillion economy, we also wish to make India a global maritime superpower by 2047.
Goa has always been maritime gateway historical and economically. Today we are moving forward with a clear vision to make Goa a model maritime state, rooted in sustainable, powered by technology and open to global trade. Cruise tourism positions Goa as India's premier destination. Cruise tourism is one of the fastest growing segments in Goa's economy. In this last season, we welcomed 12 international cruise and 32 domestic cruise, bringing over 74,000 of the visitors. For the next season, we are preparing for the larger vessels and new route connectivity from the Goa with the Kochi, Mumbai and Lakshadweep. Work is in progress. The international and domestic cruise terminals at Mamagua port has already 83% is completed. Ro-Ro and Ro-Pack services will soon connect it with the South Goa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the floor is now open to question and answer session. But only a request, kindly stick to the India Maritime Week questions. We would be grateful if you can focus on the maritime related questions, particularly the event. And also kindly request to first say your name followed by your organization and your questions. Thank you very much.
Somebody should give the mic.
Give the mic, no?
Yeah, I'm from the Navin Times and I wanted to ask about these MOUs which NPT has signed with during which plans to sign during India Maritime Week.
Yeah, as I told, we have around 24 MOUs, which has a total value of around 3,000 crore. We'll be able to share with you that maybe in by the end of the week we'll be able to share that, because some MOUs are getting signed and some have already been signed. We can share it with you by the end of the week.
मैं विठल गावड़े पारवाड़कर पुडारी से कंटेनर वेसल्स बांधने का जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिला है एमपीए को, वो कितने का है और कितने टोटल नंबर्स का है?
कंटेनर वेसल्स एक्चुअली मतलब आप कंटेनर वेसल्स के लिए बर्थ का पूछ रहे हैं क्या? कंटेनर वेसल्स अभी चालू होने वाला है। आई थिंक अभी काफी दिन से हम बता रहे थे कि कंटेनर वेसल्स नॉट ऑपरेटिंग हियर। यस, वी are expecting it to commence maybe end of this month or somewhere around next month.
कहाँ से आने वाले हैं?
ये फीडर वेसल्स रहेंगे। फीडर वेसल्स मुंबई और कनेक्टिविटी टू मुंद्रा रहेंगे।
एक क्वेश्चन था, एमपीए में सोलर ऊर्जा का कितना यूज होता है?
Solar, we already installed a 3 megawatt solar power plant, and this 3 megawatt solar power plant is meeting our 100% of the. So recently we were accredited as the first green port in the country also, because we are meeting 100% of our present consumption. But then that is not enough, because we are coming up with a cruise terminal. The cruise terminal will require additional power. So we are going ahead with another 2 megawatt and increasing our total capacity to 5 megawatt. So one of the MOUs which will be signed is about setting up of another 2 megawatt solar power plant for MPA. And with that, our total capacity will reach 5 megawatt or sometimes even 6 megawatt if we are using the latest technology and the latest solar panels. Thank you.
The additional 2 megawatt solar power will be in the same location, same existing plant, or?
No, it will be an adjacent location, because obviously we need additional land for that. So the adjacent location we have empty land, vacant land, that will be utilized for additional. But as you know, the current technology of solar panels, every day it is evolving, and we can actually generate more power in lesser space today. So the additional that is why I said maybe even 3 megawatt will be able to additionally generate. We have already initiated the work and going ahead with the tender. We have already initiated the work with GEDA, as we did in the last solar plant.
My name is Jay Naik. You have mentioned in your brochure that we are global leaders in ship recycling, second place. Where we stand in shipbuilding?
Shipbuilding, I think I mentioned, because shipbuilding today we are very behind in the 16th position. Some years back we were doing well, but today we are far behind the three major countries, China, Japan, South Korea, which are the top shipbuilding nations. But then how to promote the shipbuilding in India? That is why the government is coming up with some shipbuilding assistance, shipbuilding, the policies to promote shipbuilding. That is why one of the objectives is to take India among the top nations by the end of 2047. At least we've come in the top nations.
But as per the one before, what you have mentioned is three countries. They are booked up to 2028. That is why we are getting these contracts.
Sorry?
These three countries you have mentioned now.
Yeah.
China, Japan and Korea.
Yeah.
As per one report, they are booked for 2028 up to. That is why these orders are diverted to India.
See, it need not be. First you have to build the capacity. Orders is a secondary thing. For example, if you take Goa shipyard or any other shipyard for that matter, they will be having order booked up to for 15 years, 20 years, because that is a different thing. But then first we should have the capacity to build. So today we have to bring the infrastructure. We have to invest in the infrastructure and for the shipbuilding. And then orders is a secondary thing. When you have the capacity to build, definitely it will come.
Companies like Adani is also entering the shipbuilding business.
Yeah, I think because shipbuilding is a very kind of a thing which has a lot of kind of investment involved. I think everybody will be interested to. I'm not aware of particularly about Adani entering into the shipbuilding, but I think everybody would like to enter into shipbuilding because it is one of the major kind of revenue earners for the future.
I wanted to ask whether MPP has got any funds in that Maritime Development Fund which the centre had announced recently. Like, will MPT get any funds from that fund?
See, only that fund has been kind of formulated, and it is not yet, kind of that policy has not come, how it will be kind of divided among the. But I would like to inform that we are getting very good assistance from the ministry, considering the financial situation of the port also. From several projects, we are getting 100% assistance from the ministry. For example, the 3 megawatt solar power plant which we did, which we made. In that, I think we got 50%. But in some other projects, they are even willing to fund 100%. So, but the MDF, particularly MDF, I don't think the policy has come how the fund will be divided, and I think that will happen soon.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon. This is Gerard here from London. Recently, the MPA commissioned the Indo Dome for coal handling. So, how much will that enhance your capacity to handle the coal? What is the current capacity?
See, that was not intended to increase the capacity of coal handling. It was intended to reduce the pollution in the area. And we have checked the readings, the continuous ambient air quality, and there is almost half the PM10 and PM2.5 readings are almost half when compared to the pre-dome, period. And now we are checking it's almost half, PM10 and PM2.5. These are not the MPA readings. These are the readings available on the site of the Goa Pollution Control Board, which is a continuous real-time data going into their website.
Hi sir, this is Newton from Times of India.
Yeah.
I have a question about this 5,000 kilometer regional waterway grid. Is Goa also part of this grid, and has any assessment been done of what's the area that Goa will consist in this grid?
See, all the national waterways of Goa are also considered for that. But initially, they are in the process, the IWAI is in the process of coming out with a tender for a river information system. See, one thing in order to put these waterways into operation, one requirement is the river information system. What is the depth of the channel? So today, the RIS, what is called as RIS, has been kind of launched, and it is implemented in many of the national waterways. So IWI is going ahead with a tender now to bring this river information system and vessel tracker first along the national waterways, and I think the tender will be out in another 1 or 2 months time. So once this RIS comes, anybody with a smartphone will, while navigating in the river, will know what is the depth, what is the channel depth, and he will be getting all information about, which will help him in the navigation. So it is a kind of a slow process, but once that is done, all these national waterways naturally will be included in the that 5,000 kilometer grid.
So I just have a follow-up question about your presentation and also about the India Maritime Week. The center has announced or set certain guidelines or focus areas, for example, cruise shipping, increasing port productivity, modernity, renewable energy. For the port, for Mormugao port itself, are you looking at any specific sector to improve?
Yeah, one is the port capacity, as you rightly mentioned. So one of our MOUs which will be signed is about redeveloping the berth number 9. So that is going to be a major kind of a capacity builder for our port. So we'll be having Vinayak around 300 meter long, 320 meter long, 350 meter long. Can you?
Yeah. See, the present berth number 9 was where MOHP was there, mechanical ore handling plant was there, iron ore was exported from that berth. Now that berth is decommissioned after ban on iron ore, and we have decommissioned the plant also. And this berth, we want to create a berth which can handle both iron ore as well as general cargo. So the existing berth was specifically designed for mechanical ore handling plant, which cannot be used as a common for handling other general cargo. So that is what we are planning, is about a 350 meter long berth, which can cater to bigger size vessels. Already presently we have about 14 meter draft there. Then the port also has the plan of capital dredging. That is to increase the depth to 19 meters. That is one of the goal of Government of India to increase the draft. I think you must have seen in the presentation. So this is one of the berths we have identified. Overall, roughly about an investment of 1,000 crore we are expecting on this berth.
Would you be able to give us an idea of what is the existing port capacity in terms of tonnage and where do you want to take it?
It's around 60 now.
65, sir.
65. The present capacity is around 65 million tons. Our objective is to take it up to 100 million tons. Then that is the total capacity. The usable capacity will depend obviously on the CTO, the consent to operate, etc., given by the Pollution Control Board. But we intend to have a capacity of at least 100 million ton, by at least by 2030, 2035. And apart from this berth number 9, we are also kind of looking at berth number 3. We wanted to develop it for the domestic cruise vessels because presently the cruise vessels are handled at the breakwater berth. So there is a berth number 3 which has a length of around 250 meters, which we can use it for domestic cruise vessels because the number of cruise vessels coming to Goa will also increase. So there is another MOU signed for that extension of the berth number 3 to around 250 meters. 250 meters. So that will also see a major investment. So that will also make the port handle around 4 cruise vessels at a time. So currently we are handling around three vessels maximum at a time. These are cruise vessels actually, as you know, are very long and big vessels. So we'll be able to handle 4 vessels simultaneously when the berth number 3 is also operational. The berth number 3 is right ahead of the cruise terminal, so it will help the travelers, the passengers also, to alight and then walk into the terminal. It's right in front of the upcoming cruise terminal.
Yes, sir. My name is Vincent Rosario. So now we are talking about increasing the cargo and the cruise liner. So now, as per the international maritime law, there is no oil is allowed to dispose in the water, or the sewage is not allowed to dispose in the water. So how the Indian Maritime or the MPA have a control of these kinds of ship not to dispose the sewage or oil, black oil in the water?
So there is already SOP for oil spill in all the ports, which has been approved by the DG Shipping also, and every port is supposed to look for oil spill and take action to kind of remove the oil spill. And even for sewage. So all the ports, I think, follow that prescribed SOPs for the purpose. That will be enough in terms of a common vessel coming. But if there is something kind of an accident or something, God forbid, some accident, that is a totally different kind of a scenario. But normally the oil spills happening in the ports is very minimal. But whenever there is oil spill, there is an SOP in place and a team in place to deal with the oil spills.
So in Indian Maritime District, they have any monitoring where the vessel is disposing the sewage or the oil in the water? They monitor, and in the coastal belt or the sea area, like certain 12 nautical mile or 24 nautical mile, are they monitoring that?
See, at the port we have the reception facility for both oil as well as the garbage. They are not supposed to dispose oil or sewage, garbage anywhere in the sea. This is as per the IMO convention. Now, at sometimes some vessels there were reports, but as of now we are in a DG Shipping or the concerned agency is developing some kind of a model using the satellite images. So, but we do not have a full-fledged mechanism as of now.
But if they get caught, they have any penalty?
Yes, they have. If they got caught, then there is a severe penalty applicable to this. this kind of activity.
Because as per the international maritime law, when they are disposing the sewage, handing over into the port, they have to write on the register. Is there any maritime, this or the MPT is checking their register if they are given to any sewage this thing to hand it?
Yes, we have the reception facility. The oil, black oil or whatever, the garbage, other things, yes, it is recorded. Whatever is given here, see, that is what they are supposed to use the ports, and all ports are supposed to have this kind of reception facility, and every port in India has it. So generally all these vessels are supposed to give, majority of the vessels coming here are giving these black oil or the garbage to the port.
One second, to add on to that, I will agree with you that today's oil spill, identification is very, very kind of a, when you see it, you understand that there is an oil spill. But what is happening is today the ports are kind of digitalizing, and even our port is in the forefront of bringing 5G into the ports. So today there are sensors which can read the satellite data and inform us about the oil spill happening in the ports. Because otherwise, unless you see somewhere, you don't understand there is oil spill. So there are satellite imageries and the sensors which can give us the exact area where the oil spill has happened. And the first immediate action to be taken is to contain that. To contain that oil spill in that particular area and not allowing it to spread. Today we don't have that kind of a technology in ports, but then we have already initiated action to kind of looking at more IoT devices, sensors, which we can bring in to identify exact location where the oil spill has happened and then to contain it.
Thank you.
So I'm Samit Narvekar from Konkani Daily, Mangalore. So you just mentioned that lighthouses are being developed as a tourist destination. So Goa has many unique lighthouses. So is there any plans or signing of MOUs to develop these lighthouses in Goa?
The lighthouses are subject of the Director General Lighthouse and Lightships. But as I learned, I think the Kambal Lighthouse, they are already in discussion with the DGLL for developing that lighthouse. Even we have a small lighthouse in the San Jacinto Island, which we have already taken up with the state government, and we wanted to develop it along with the tourism department of the state. So the Kambal one, already DGLL, I think, is considering the proposal, and the state government is also coordinating that.
So my next question was, how many national rivers are operationalized as national waterways?
I think I showed in the presentation, I think it is around only 29 out of the 111 national waterways. Only 29 are operational right now.
In Goa state, I'm saying.
Oh, in Goa, I'm not aware about. I think four national waterways are there, but
3 are
operational. Out of 6 national waterways, 3 are operational. Thank you.
The number of ships are increasing world over. Accidents are also increasing world over. Last year, one accident happened at Baltimore, and ship collapsed and bridge was burned. Will there be any discussion in this maritime community about to control these accidents in the sea?
Yeah, because these things, there are no country-specific navigation policies. This is developed under the MARPOL or the IMO guidelines. There are clear guidelines, and today's navigation technologies are so advanced. The chances are very, very remote of such accidents. But then there will be definitely sessions on that also during the event. But as you know, as the recent accidents show, sometimes human mistakes also can result in accidents in spite of advanced technologies.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So I believe the question session is now over. I thank all the journalists for coming in, for joining in for this press conference and putting up a variety of questions touching this from solar panels to vessels, ship movement, and transition, birth development to many more. Thank you very much. And before we move to